Unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Oh, a good return up past the 30. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. So Miami coming out for their second drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills.
To a hit, and the ball is out. All right.
It's week 3 of the National. So pleased to have you along. This should be a good one. We're set, and off we go here on EA Sports. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. The Dolphins come out on offense. Tua Tagovailoa. He led the NFL a year ago in passing yardage. Hard to believe this is season 5 already from Alabama. Greg, Tua, 26 years old, and his time is now.
One of the best parts of the week, Mike, is when we have an opportunity to sit down and visit with these guys during the production meetings. And the thing that we both came away with was, while he was happy with the overall performance of his team a week ago, you could tell that lone interception left a bit of a bad taste in his mouth. He called that errant pass unacceptable. He doesn't plan on having too many of those in this one, and look for him to be a little bit more careful with the ball as he tries to get his team to another victory here today.
He was trying to get it to Tyreek Hill there, and that will lead to a second down.
44, ready.
A shotgun snap for Tua. And a good effort there defensively. It's knocked away and incomplete. Jalen Waddle, the intended target. Third down coming up.
And what's clearly become a passing league, Mike, if you're not actively rushing the passer, you have to be able to hold up in coverage, and that's especially true at the linebacker position. Great job here getting in those passing lanes and being able to break up that ball.
Throwing on third down, Tungo Bailoa. Batted away, incomplete. No separation that time. Tightly defended. It brings up fourth down. And this ball will be down on the other side of midfield. Here comes the Seattle offense to take over for the first time. Leading them out, the quarterback out of North Carolina. Greg, it is Sam Howell.
You know, some weeks, Mike, it just seems like you just can't do anything wrong. Every play, every throw, it just seems like everything goes your way. And that was certainly the case last week, throwing for over 300 yards, 3 touchdowns. Tell you what, his receivers, they're coming into every game saying, we're going to get a lot of opportunities, and their quarterback can continue to play at that high of a level. There's a lot of production to go around. Sometimes it's those footsteps. I don't care how long you've been playing or at what level you've been playing at. When that defender's bearing down, you really get a good idea of what guys are willing to go through contact to secure a catch, and in this case, what guys are unwilling.
And this is going to be incomplete. That's great work to get in there and make things difficult defensively, setting up a fourth down. And no chance of a run back here. This one's going to sail out of bounds. The Dolphins offense ready to see the football for the second time. They'll search for the first points of this game as they begin the drive on 1st and 10. Now the second-year man, Devon Achane. And he'll manage to get to the 33. The linebacker, Jerome Baker, there to make the play. Second and 7.
Come on, 2.
From the gun, here's Tua. He's going to air this one out, looking for Hill. That ball incomplete. Got the hands in there to break it up. Could have been a big gainer. Instead, it sets up a third down. Out of the gun, Tungo Bailoa.
It's week 3 of the NFL. And up next, we'll see the veteran Jonnu Smith. There are few better in the red zone as he comes in 4th and touchdown receptions.
The punter, Jake Bailey, on to get this one started. And off we go from Lumen Field. A return now from the 4. And he will get back to only about his 20-yard line. That's where the drive will start. Here comes the Seattle offense to take over for the first time. Leading them out, the quarterback out of North Carolina, Greg, it is Sam Howell.
He's coming off a really nice 3-touchdown performance in last week's win, Mike, but outside of that one errant throw, he did a really nice job of protecting the ball. Was seemingly in control the entire game. This defense all week, they talked about trying to bait him into making some mistakes, so he's got to be careful about falling into the trap. If he does that, I tell you what, I really like their chances.
And a good job rallying to the football, holding just a gain of a yard and sets up third down. They'll throw with Howell. Got a man, it's Lockett. And the defense can't come up with a stop there. Gain of 7 and a first down. Now it's Howell. Lockett downfield, he's got it. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. Howell. Oh, they're on him in a crash, and he's lost the football.
These are the opportunities that just kill defensive coordinators. You got the ball loose. You did everything you want. But now you got to recover it. You need better pursuit to the ball, more bodies around the ball carrier. Because when that ball pops out, you've got to be on it. These opportunities don't come around often, and when they do, you got to seize the moment. Well, let's give credit here to the coverage unit, Mike. There was nowhere to go with the ball for that quarterback. He had no choice but to just tuck it down himself, and he's able only to pick up a short gain.
Third and long. Back to throw. Howell. Oh, got him again the second time with a sack on this opening drive.
This defensive line clearly has a beat on this offense. They've got to find a way to settle their pass protections. If they want to be able to get their quarterback in any sort of established rhythm and timing going forward, they're going to have to do a lot better job protecting them early in this game. That's already 2 sacks allowed.
This one angles out of bounds, and the mark comes inside the 15-yard line. The Dolphins come out on offense, and the lefty, Tua Tagovailoa. He led the NFL a year ago in passing yardage. Hard to believe this is season 5 already from Alabama. Greg, Tua, 26 years old, and his time is now.
They find themselves coming off a win last week that came right down to the end, and the best teams in the NFL, Mike, they can win close games, and they can win different style games. You're not going to blow people out consistently in the NFL. The league is just too good and has too much parity. But the teams that are the best in one-score games, they're often the ones finding themselves in the best position come playoff time.
On second down, here's Tagovailoa. Got a man coming across the field. He's got it. And he'll wind up out of bounds past the 45-yard line. It's a big play there for Miami. 33 yards.
Well, they've come out swinging here on this opening drive through the air, and that's exactly what they wanted to do. Generate some early chunk plays and try to get some points.
Now a first down throw for Tua. And he'll get about 8 on that one, most of it coming after the catch. It's second down.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up second and 2 at the 46-yard line.
Throwing again, it's Tua. Going for it all. And this will be incomplete.
They told us this week they were going to try to come out fast, and tell you what, that's exactly what they did. Put immediate pressure on this secondary and let them know, hey, all game long today, you better defend every blade of grass because we're coming out fired. Even though that ball falls incomplete, it goes a long way in setting up the rest of this game plan as the game unfolds.
42-yard line. A 4-yard pickup on the play. First down, Miami.
Solo left Zion. Solo left Zion.
On first and 10, here's Tua. He'll take a shot here for the end zone.
It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And up next, we'll...
It's the first weekend of autumn, and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports. And a good return, but he pays the price at the end of it as he's picked up and thrown down. So out come the Seahawks now for their first. And they'll be led out by a guy who has a couple years under his belt in the NFL, their third-year quarterback.
And I thought it was a really nice performance last week by him. 3 touchdown passes. I think that signifies exactly what he was getting done. He did have the 1 interception.
But that's the ratio you say you're okay with.
If you go 3 to 1, you're going to be pretty happy over the course of the season. And let's face it, he'll never blame the receiver publicly. But behind closed doors, he probably told his agent, hey, what's the deal? I should have had a perfect game.
Back to Walker on first down. They'll get this up to the 47 and brought down there. You talk about this Miami defense. They're going to need to be strong against the run in this one.
They've established themselves as a top 10 run-stopping unit in the NFL here in the early going. All signs point to me towards them continuing that throughout the season. They look pretty good, pretty darn cohesive to me.
They had 3 yards on first down, just 1 yard there. Here's 3rd and 6. Lockett, the man in motion.
Go.
From the gun on 3rd down, Howell. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 32-yard line. Out of the gun, Walker with it. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 24-yard line.
Howell from the gun. He hits his target. Lockett. Touchdown, Seahawks. Tyler Lockett. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Seahawks will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Extra point up and through by Myers. And that makes the score 7-0. A drive that time of 6 plays. And it ends with a Tyler Lockett touchdown. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. Here is Tua Tagovailoa heading out to lead this Miami offense.
You enjoyed watching that game tape, didn't you?
Yeah,
Last week's game.
It was good. 4 touchdowns, 1 pick.
Now, you were a little upset about the pick. I didn't know if you would play him this week or not if you were the head coach.
Hey, they got the win.
You got the win, so you're going to give him another chance?
Give him another shot.
All right, I think the ratio's pretty good. He'll try and eliminate the interception, but he wants to keep that hot streak going, throwing touchdown passes.
And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Now a 2nd and 10. Now Tua. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Tua going to throw. That's caught inside the 20. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. They're going to hurry back to the line now.
A gain of 31 yards. First down.
21G.
Tua to throw again. Open man here, Schwartz, complete. And he'll get 7 yards from the 17 to the 10 before he's taken down. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening.
It's week 3 of the 22.
It's the first weekend of autumn, and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. So out come the Seahawks now for their first possession. And they'll be led out by their quarterback now in his 3rd season in the league.
And he left North Carolina with most of his school's records, and at one point was thought to be maybe.
And right off the bat, look at him lay out there and make the ground. 17 yards on the game's opening play and a quick first down.
That's good for a Seattle Seahawks.
And from the gun, here's a handoff to Charbonnet. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. This defense for the Dolphins, very strong last week as they helped their squad improve to 2-0 on the young season.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week, because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
Now they go play action with Howell. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
An early message that this secondary is going to be tested, because even though it fell incomplete, it almost felt like a warning shot to get things going.
The Seahawks will call on Michael Dixon on 4th down to punt this one away. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins take the field with Tua Tagovailoa, their quarterback from Alabama, at the helm.
And he's coming off a great season where he put up career highs in yards and touchdowns, while also leading one of the most prolific scoring offenses in the NFL. The number one thing he did last season, though, staying healthy. When he's on the field, Miami can roll.
Here's Tua. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. When you talk about this Seahawk defense, they were strong last week, CD, and that went over New England.
And all defensive teams that I know talk about creating turnovers. Takeaways, they call them. And anytime you can get 2 or more in a game, you've had a really, really good performance. They exceeded that number in a big way.
Looking to pass. Tua. And that nearly an interception here on this opening drive, but he gets a reprieve It's third down.
This defense has passed its first 2 tests by forcing back-to-back incompletions. They know there's probably another throw coming on third down. Let's see if they decide to force the issue by sending people on a blitz.
That's who is going to change things up. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield.
25 yards. First down, Miami.
And again, it's Tagovailoa. And his throw is incomplete. The Dolphins at 2-0 here to begin the season. And they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play, as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. That's good for a first down, his 2nd catch of the opening drive.
And the Dolphins first down.